Hello and welcome to all on Watches TV, and today we'll talk about the launch of a new brand called Lang 1943. And when I say new, well, there's a little bit more to that, you'll see. So the other day I was invited to take part at this launch in beautiful Bavaria, approximately an hour's drive from Munich, as this brand has a lot to do with Germany, and especially the man it refers to, Mr. Gerd-Rüdiger Lang, a man whose vision and energy contributed immensely in the relaunch of the mechanical watch industry in Switzerland after the shock created by the quartz crisis of the 70s. And the industry actually owes him quite a lot for this, with some others, of course, that at the time still believed in the appeal and magic of mechanical watches. Anyhow, let's now meet Georg Bartoviak, the man behind this project, who will share with us many behind-the-scenes info regarding the brand's first edition of watches. And though this was only a few days ago, well, we shot this interview at 3 p.m. and it felt like it was already the evening with dark skies and thunder, some kind of weather conditions we wouldn't mind right now, considering how hot it is here currently in Geneva. Well, let's go.
I'm in the watch industry for now 25 years. First starting with private labels, but always being on the creative side. I was developing concepts for brands, well-known brands. This long-term relation in the industry gave me so many impacts and so many contacts, which made this project now possible, because to create a new brand, it's not just an idea, it's financial power, it's infrastructure. Also important is that you have this long-lasting relation with the good suppliers. They are really a backbone in every production. I have a long friendship with Mr. Gerd-Rüdiger Lang, who was the legendary founder of Chrono Swiss. And roughly 4 years ago, we sat together, we drank something together, and we came up with the idea of building a new brand called Lang 1943, which is not really a new brand, it's a new brand with a heritage. Because the funny thing is, once you have an ambassador, a brand ambassador and mentor in your company, which is already an icon in the industry, you do not start from zero. You start with a person that already tells a story by his name. So we found interesting story of the Dirty Dozen, which was a collection of field watches being produced in the 1940s for the British Army by these days very famous Swiss watch manufacturers, featuring small second indication, very easy to read dials, steel cases. So we came up with that design and tried to light it up to the 2020s. And of course, we have to go back to the history of Rüdiger Lang. Rüdiger Lang was the first one to introduce the crystal base back to wristwatches because of one very simple reason. He said, the beauty of mechanical movement has to be shown to everybody. It's the beauty and it's the heart of the watch, and the idea of the see-through crystal for wristwatches have been born. And now, the funny thing is, it's a standard in the watch industry, but nobody knows where it comes from. It was the brainchild of Gerd-Rüdiger Lang. And of course, our watches now, they all feature his brainchild idea, the sapphire crystal. Sometimes you have good luck in life, and I had more than good luck. I had Rüdiger Lang. And he had somehow stored in the basement a number of new old stock movements never been used in Ebosch style, and that is the biggest treasure. It's a gemstone which you will never find again these days anymore. So we bought all the remaining stock from him with that movements, which are based on a Marvin 700 being developed in the 1960s. We had this amazing opportunity to create a brand in the status of a manufacturer brand, because we have movements that nobody else in the world is using. And they're really from the golden days, the heydays of the 1960s watchmaking. The movement has a diameter of 30 millimeters, and the beauty is that if you turn the watch and you look through the crystal, you see the heart beating. And it beats with 21,600 semi-oscillations, being influenced by a very huge balance wheel. It's quite a flat movement, only 3.2 millimeters, which is extremely flat, which also gives a forecast for the future, what can be done. It is extremely reliable and has astonishing 44 hours of power reserve, which is for a movement from the 60s quite an amount. They got beautiful decorations, and it's manual wound. We have very nice, clear designed cases with a crown that is a little bit longer to have a very great grip on that. To wind it up, easy to read dial is very important for a field watch, because this is the idea where we are coming from. We have easy to change straps with a pin. You just take your fingernail, and open and exchange within seconds. We have a beautiful vintage brown leather strap, and as a second strap, which comes with every watch, we have this woven strap, which is in a sand color. Sizes were a very big issue. We have fixed our size to a medium size, 39 millimeters, which was the best decision we ever done. It's easily wearable for everybody. It's for a woman, it's for a man, it's for a youngster, it's for a hipster, it's for everybody. First editions will be sold online. Then we have some selected distribution partners, but we have already a lot of pre-orders. So I think the first watches, they will spread the world by the voice of our ambassadors, because our ambassadors are the happy customers. It's the best ambassador you can have, and they will spread the news, they will spread the happiness, and we made this as a serial run, and everything which is coming later will be a limited edition. But for now, we just want to give everybody the opportunity to have one of the launch pieces, to be part of the journey we are doing. The field watch will be, of course, extended in the future. There's a lot more coming. We will have new movement variations coming, and there's a lot in the pipeline. And I can tell you, in the future we will have so many surprises. I just can't wait.
So yes, this edition 1 has a clear link to vintagey inspired watches, but a very legitimate link in this case. And by the way, and for the time being, they are at an early stage of its commercialization. So hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and the super best to you. And of course, Viva Watchmaking! See you.
Going home.